Howdy YouTube, what's going on today? My own hair is attacking me, my intro. We're gonna keep that intro, it's fine. We're gonna move on. Trying something different on the channel. Well, not really. It's been around, but it's still different. More reaction videos, coming your way, coming in hot. But before I go any further, hit the subscribe button, drop a like while you're at it, comment what should I react to next. Doesn't have to be Formula 1 either. Could be anything else. I'll react to anything. If it's good enough, I'm interested, I'll do it. Also, join the Discord server, link in the description. We'll have a nice chat in there. Peep the PS5 in the background, looking sexy as all get out. I had to flex, because most of you probably don't have that, you know? Probably because you can't even get them. I barely got this one. Anyway, more reactions. You guys love it. I did a poll. You saw it. I talked about it. So that's what we're gonna do. More reactions. I swear I've said more reaction 5 times in this video already. So what we're going to be reacting to today, it's only a 5-minute video, it's pretty short, which I like. I like short. I am short in some places, anyway. Formula 1's a pretty big deal on my channel. A lot of you like it, a lot of you hate it, but it's pretty big. I'm not that big of a Formula 1 fan, but I want to learn the sport, more about it, which I have been. I do know a little bit more about it. But the rules is what throws me off. So I'm gonna learn the rules and be prepared for this weekend's race at Austin, Texas. Drop a like if you're watching that. Let's get straight into the video. Roll it. Alrighty, let's hope I learned something. Like I said, 5 minutes. Easy money. I love their music.
The object of the race is to be the first to cross the finish line after completing a certain number of laps around the track.
Well, no shit.
Formula 1, more commonly known as F1, is the most popular auto racing sport in the world.
Debatable.
And is the highest level of single-seat car racing. F1 is contested in varying number of races throughout a calendar year, and each race is known as a Grand Prix. Drivers will drive a specially designed...
I always said Grand Prix, but apparently it's Grand Prix, not Grand Prix. Which kind of still throws me off. But, you know, we'll roll with it.
Race car that is designed to go around a racetrack in as fast a time as possible. There are 3 parts to any race. Practice. Most commonly held on Friday,
obviously.
Practice is where drivers can test their cars on the racetrack.
Get them set for the race, yep.
To determine how the car will run given the weather and environment, and also to get the driver used to the track. Qualifying. To determine
sets the field.
Each driver starts in the race.
This is basic stuff, I know this.
Laps of the track on their own. The fastest driver will start the race on the grid in the first position. The second fastest in the second position, etc.
Yep.
Until all the drivers are assigned a position to start the race. This is known as qualifying and is usually held on a Saturday, the day before the actual race. The race. Once qualifying has determined the order where the drivers start, the actual race is usually held on a Sunday. Drivers...
He's like, this is pretty, like, common sense stuff he's telling me right here, so
will do one
hopefully he gets more in depth here soon.
warm-up lap and then line up in the position that they will start as determined by qualifying. Once all the lights goes out, the race begins. Drivers have to complete a predetermined number of laps for a total distance of 305 kilometers.
So like 50 laps?
60 for Monaco.
Around there?
The driver who crosses the...
God, that's really short compared to NASCAR. Holy crap. It's like NASCAR road course, there's like 100-something laps around there. It's crazy. Some are like 80 around there, but that's real short. Like 50-something laps. That's the last race I watched anyway. Like 50-something laps. It's crazy.
The line first after all the laps have been completed wins. Drivers get points for the position that they finish, and the driver with the most points after all the Grand Prix have been contested is crowned the world champion.
See, in NASCAR, I'm a big NASCAR fan. The person with the most points by the end of the regular season is called the regular season champion, and then they move on to the playoffs. interested to see how the playoffs work in F1. Maybe that's another video. Let me know if you want to see that.
It's honestly that simple. But there's a few other things that you'll need to know before going to or watching a race. For example, track. Each Grand Prix track is totally different to another, and all of them
Still a
are
road
tested
course
in
after
a
all.
different country.
I wish they did
This
something
means
different.
that teams and drivers have to prepare and set up their cars for the environment. From the sweltering heat of Abu Dhabi, to the cold and rain of England, to the humid night race of Singapore, and the world's most famous street race,
Monaco.
Drivers will usually memorize every turn for every track so that they perform better when they actually race. Tires. Each team has access to different types of tires.
Medium soft,
The
super
softer
soft.
the tire, the more grip you have, but the quicker they wear out. The harder the tire, the longer they last, but they have less grip. Depending on the weather and the track conditions, determines which tires the team should use. Using the wrong tire at the wrong time could cost you the race, and sometimes worse.
Makes sense.
Cars are allowed to go back to their own team's garage or pit to change tires or refuel. This is known as a pit stop.
How many pit stops are there
Teams
usually
are
a
so
race?
fast at changing 4 tires and adding fuel that this can be done in around 3 seconds.
Probably they got
Team
20
can
guys
make
right
as many
there.
pit stops as they like, but this adds time to your race and could cost you valuable positions. Penalty.
How many pit stops are there? How do I explain this? How many pit stops are usually happening during a race? Like, how many times does a driver come down pit road and service? Because I swear it's only like once or twice in F1 race. Like other motorsports, I see them coming down 5 times a race. It's crazy.
Should you break one of the rules, a penalty may be issued against you depending on the severity of the rule you broke. This can be either imposed as time added to your total time to complete the race, known as a drive-through penalty, docking you starting position
Drive-through's
to
penalty.
start the race,
I've noticed is common in other motorsports. Drive-through penalty. You just come through pit road and get back on the track.
or more severe penalties such as penalizing you for future races or excluding you from any further Grand Prix.
Disqualified.
Flags. During a race, marshals will use flags
That's what I'm interested in.
to indicate things to drivers. I'm not going to cover every single flag, but the most common are a green flag. This is
Obviously,
to
start the race.
Start a race. Yellow flag.
Caution.
This is to tell the driver to slow down due to a hazard or accident.
Simple stuff.
Red flag. This is an instruction
Stopped.
for the drivers to either stop or return to the pit lanes due to danger on the track. Blue flag. This is an instruction to let the car behind overtake you.
See, this is bullshit to me. I know I might get hate for this, but this is just bullshit. You might come at me and be like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about, which probably the case. But this is what I'm feeling right now. This is my opinion right now. Might change when I know more. If you are a lap car and you had to let the leader go by, but you have another guy that you're racing behind you, and you're racing him, but you have to let the leader by, that would totally screw up your race, I would think, from the guy behind you that you're racing for position for. That would totally screw up your race, wouldn't it? Like, you think you want to fight to stay on the lead lap. Like, just fight and don't go a lap down in case safety car comes out or something, you know. But I don't know, it just seems like a stupid rule to me. I don't know.
Checkered flag. This is the famous flag that denotes the end of the race.
Obviously.
Constructors' Championship. Constructors, or teams,
Team, we
are
have that in
allowed to field
NASCAR
2 drivers in a race.
and other motorsports.
The points for every team's drivers are added up, and the team with the most amount of points at the end of the season will win the Constructors' Championship. I could talk more about engines, chassis, ERS, DRS, aerodynamic body parts, but these change almost every year, and the points I've
Do they?
talked about are the most salient points for a beginner to understand. If you found this video at all helpful, please be sure to like, share and subscribe. It takes me ages to make one of these things, and good karma is very much appreciated.
It's true.
Be sure to follow me on Twitter.
Like,
Also,
share,
in the
subscribe.
meantime, enjoy Formula One.
I learned quite a bit there, I would say. The thing that kind of threw me off there at the very end. DRS changes every year? What does that mean? So, like, change on the car, like, button-wise? What button do you have to press? Like, does that change? Like, the sections change on the track when you can use DRS? Is that what that means? I don't know. I just played a damn video game. That's all I do. Okay. I understand a little bit more. But that blue flag, I don't know. That's just odd to me. And it probably makes sense. It probably makes complete sense. But I don't know. I'm stupid. I don't know. I do have a few questions here at the end about F1 and their cars. If you say you wreck in practice or qualifying, do you have a backup car? Do you have a backup car? I assume you do. Makes sense. Or do you have to fix that car in time for the race? I would think you have a backup car, right? That makes sense. A backup car. If it's totally destroyed, if it's something minor like an electrical issue, you can use the same car, you know. But I think you have a backup car. When was the last time the schedule got moved around a little bit, or does the schedule just stay the same? Because I know, are you guys getting a new track in Miami? I think F1 is getting a new track in Miami, Florida. I think. I might be wrong about that, but I think. But I think the schedule for F1's been the same for a while. I don't know. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. More reactions coming soon. I know you guys are going to enjoy this. Drop a like, drop a follow. What is this, Twitter? Subscribe. Share this with a friend. One more thing before you go. Join a Discord. I'm going to say it again. Join it now. Link in the description. Alright, pipe down. I'm leaving. I'm heading down. It's past my bedtime. As you can see, it's dark. Anyway, see you later.